He's the author of founder of No Sheriff Left Behind and author of The County Sheriff America's Last Hope. His longtime crusade for freedom and individual rights, Sheriff Mack. I was always a little afraid of speaking in bars, especially if I'm one of the last ones. Because I was wondering if you're going to be sober enough to listen. But I really like the guy in the beginning who went like this.
That's not what
I love you too. I was a cop for like 20 years, and as a matter of fact, I came in yesterday and it was the worst traffic in New York history, so I got out of the taxi and I started directing traffic, and I forgot gospel truth. That's exactly what I did. My wife was telling me, no, stay in here, and then she called me, she said, you're doing a great job, we finally moved. So, I have the distinguished honor of directing traffic in New York City on the 10-year anniversary of 9/11. And I think, quite honestly, this is a very solemn occasion. What happened in New York should never happen again. But never should we ever ask our public officials to compromise our freedom for security. Not New York, not for New York, not for Texas, not for Arizona, not for Bangor, Maine, and not for Honolulu, Hawaii. We do not sacrifice and compromise our Constitution for security ever. And that's all our politicians are doing to us. Now, I need to tell you, I was a sheriff in Arizona, and I made a real big mistake. I actually read the Constitution one day. I know, isn't that crazy? Yeah, why would you do that? And then Bill Clinton started pulling some crap all across the country. And he told the sheriffs of this country, you're going to work for the federal government. And you're going to do what we tell you. And you're going to treat people like a bunch of subjects. And I said, no, I'm not. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my boss. Now my table, I want all of you to come up to the table when you get a chance here. My table's up there, and I have this little booklet. It's called The Victory for State Sovereignty. You know why? Because I kicked the federal government's butt at the U.S. Supreme Court. Now I gotta tell you, everybody's gotta hear this next line. Everybody's gotta hear this line. I was the only sheriff in history to file a lawsuit against the federal government ever, okay? Great. But if you look at all the people that sued Bill Clinton, I was the only one to do so on a non-sexual matter. Yeah. And one of you that catches this book will be able to see the truth. Hey, nice guess. Good hands. Sign her up. And then I want all of you to get this book. It's called The Conquer Role of Law Enforcement. In here, it details my conversion to the U.S. Constitution. And I'll tell you one thing, one of my little Sheriff Mackisms is that I call ticket writing. You know, citations, write citations, parking tickets. I call all that taxation through citation. And one of you that receives this book will get the truth there. Now, I'm just going to keep throwing books until you guys wake up entirely, okay? All right. Now, in this book, the title of this book tells a lot. The County Sheriff of America, that state legislatures are not subject to federal direction. Don't you wish your state legislature knew that? Then get them that book. Now, the final question is this. Where do we go when even local officials don't do it? What if the only chance we have left is for your local officials to stand against the federal government? Stop taking their money. Stop playing their game. And tell them that the counties in New York City are not going to send them any more money. That we're not your little boys. We are not subject to federal direction. Okay? Now, I brought my wife all the way up. I live in Texas now. We're from Arizona. I brought my wife up. She's not working at the table. Please stop by and check out what we have at the table because it's the only solution left. We have got to stand together. We can stand together. We've got to educate our local police, even New York police. We have New York police here in the audience tonight. We love New York. We want to make New York free again. Let's stand together and we take back America.